G'day, my beautiful souls, and welcome. It is Sarah Kulkens here. I want to talk about a feeling that I know so many of you are carrying right now. It is a heavy grey feeling that starts to creep in on a Sunday afternoon. It is the feeling of dread when the alarm clock goes off on a Monday morning. It is the sensation of sitting at your desk or standing behind the counter or driving to the site and feeling like your spirit is slowly draining out of your body. We call this being stuck. In our modern world, we have a lot of practical names for this. We call it burnout, we call it hitting a ceiling, we call it a midlife crisis or a career slump. And usually when we feel this way, our internal monologue turns nasty. We start to blame ourselves. We say things like, I should be grateful to have a job. I am just being lazy. I am not working hard enough. Everyone else seems to be coping, so what is wrong with me? Today, I am here to tell you that there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. In fact, that feeling of being stuck might just be the healthiest thing your soul has ever done. My mum, the world-famous White Witch Kerry Kulkens, taught me that our careers are not just about paying bills. They are about energy exchange. They are about dharma. They are about soul growth. When that flow stops, when you feel like you are wading through treacle every day, it is rarely a sign of failure. It is almost always a sign of spiritual misalignment. Today, we are going to dive deep into the spiritual mechanics of your career. We are going to explore why stagnation happens. We are going to look at the signs that you have outgrown your environment. And I'm going to give you the practical, spiritual tools to stop fighting the pause and start preparing for the leap. So grab a comforting cuppa, take a deep breath. Let us look at your work life through the lens of the spirit. Part 1, the myth of failure versus the truth of misalignment. To understand why you are stuck, we first have to deprogram the lies society has told us about work. We are taught that the goal of a career is a straight line upwards. You start at the bottom, you work hard, you get promoted, you make more money, and you retire. We are taught that consistency is the key to success. But nature does not work in straight lines. Nature works in cycles. Nature works in spirals. Your soul is a natural thing. It has seasons. It has winters where things go dormant, and it has springs where things bloom. When you feel stuck, it is usually because you are trying to force a spring season when your soul is currently in a winter of integration. Or conversely, your soul has moved into summer and is ready to fruit, but your job is still treating you like a seedling. This is what we call vibration mismatch. Everything is energy. Your job has a frequency. The company culture has a frequency. The work itself has a frequency. And you have a frequency. When you started this job, your frequencies likely matched. You were learning, you were challenged, you were engaged, but here is the catch. You are a human being. Your purpose on this planet is to evolve. You are constantly growing, learning, and expanding your consciousness. A job, however, is a static container. It is a box with a specific job description and a specific set of limitations. The spiritual reason you are stuck is very simple. You have grown, the box has not. You are like a crab that has grown too big for its shell. The shell served you well. It protected you. It was a home, but now it is tight. It is pinching. It is suffocating. The pain you feel is not the pain of failure. It is the pain of expansion pushing against restriction. Part 2, the 3 spiritual signs you have outgrown your role. How do you know if this is just a bad week or if it is a genuine spiritual signal that your time here is done? In my reading room, I see 3 distinct energetic signs that a client has graduated from their current role. Sign 1, the competence trap. This is when you can do your job with your eyes closed. You are good at it. In fact, you are too good at it. You operate on autopilot. While your ego likes this because it feels safe and easy, your soul hates it. Your soul craves expansion. If you are not learning, you are spiritually dying. When the work becomes effortless to the point of boredom, it means you have extracted all the soul lessons that this specific role has to offer. You have completed the curriculum. You are sitting in a classroom for a grade you have already passed. Sign 2, the values clash. This is a deeper, more painful sign. This is when things that used to not bother you suddenly become unbearable. Maybe you used to ignore the office gossip, but now it makes you physically ill. Maybe you used to be okay with the company's aggressive sales tactics, but now it feels unethical. Maybe you used to laugh off the toxic boss, but now their energy feels like an assault. This is not because the company changed, it is because your vibration has raised. As you become more conscious and more aligned, you become less tolerant of low vibration environments. Your tolerance for toxicity disappears. This is a sign of spiritual maturity. Sign 3, the energy leak. This is the physical symptom. You wake up tired, you go to work. You do not do anything particularly strenuous. You come home exhausted. This is not physical tiredness. This is energetic depletion. When you are aligned with your dharma or your purpose, work gives you energy. It feeds you. When you are misaligned, you have to use your own life force battery to power through the day. You are manually overriding your soul's no. This leaks your energy at a rapid rate. Part 3, the purpose of the pause. Now, this is the part that is hardest for my high achievers to hear. If I have outgrown it, why hasn't the new job appeared yet? Why am I still sitting here stuck? This is the great spiritual paradox. Sometimes the universe keeps you in a holding pattern not because you are being punished, but because you are being prepared. We call this the hallway. You have closed the door behind you energetically, but the door in front of you has not opened yet. You are in the hallway. It is dark, it is boring, it feels stagnant, but in the spiritual view, stillness is not a dead end. Stillness is integration. Imagine an archer pulling back an arrow. Before the arrow can fly forward, there is a moment of extreme tension where nothing moves. The arrow is being pulled back. It is stationary, but it is gathering potential energy. If you are stuck right now, you are the arrow being pulled back. This phase is asking you to stop forcing outer movement and start cultivating inner clarity. If you jump to a new job right now out of desperation and panic, you will likely just manifest the exact same situation with a different logo. You will take your old vibration into a new building. The pause is there to force you to level up your internal world so that the next external step matches who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Part 4, shifting the question. So how do we navigate this hallway without losing our minds? We have to change the question we ask the universe. Most people, when they are stuck, ask, "What is wrong with me?" or "Why is this happening to me?" These are victim questions. They disempower you. They lower your vibration. I want you to start asking a new question. Write this down. Put it on a post-it note on your computer screen. What is this phase preparing me for? This question changes everything. It turns your stagnation into a training ground. Look at your current boring, frustrating job. Maybe the difficult boss is training you in how to set boundaries so you are ready for your own business. Maybe the boring data entry is training you in attention to detail, which you will need for your next big project. Maybe the waiting is training you in patience and trust, which are essential spiritual skills. When you view your current situation as a training dojo rather than a prison, the resistance drops. You stop fighting the pause, and the moment you stop fighting, the energy begins to flow again. Part 5, the White Witch Protocol for the Stuck. We have covered the theory. Now let us do the practical magic. How do we shift the energy in your daily life? Here is a 4-step protocol to manage your energy while you are waiting for the next door to open. Step 1, the desk cleanse. If your energy is stuck, your physical space is probably stuck too. Look at your workspace. Is it covered in old papers? Is it dusty? Is it cluttered? Stagnant objects hold stagnant energy. Clear your desk, throw things away, wipe it down with a damp cloth with a drop of lemon oil or just clean water. As you clean, visualize you are wiping away the old frustration. Place a piece of black tourmaline on your desk. This is the ultimate stone for repelling negative energy and workplace toxicity. It creates a shield around you. Place a piece of citrine or pyrite for success and abundance. This signals to the universe that you are ready for growth. Step 2, the cloak of protection. Every morning before you walk into the building or log on to your computer, take 10 seconds to visualize. Imagine you are putting on a cloak made of mirrors. The mirrors face outward. Set the intention. I am here to be of service, but I am not here to absorb energy that is not mine. Anything negative sent my way is reflected back to its source. This allows you to be present without being drained by the vibrational mismatch. Step 3, quiet quitting of the soul. This is a term that has been in the news, but I mean it in a spiritual sense. You do not have to stop doing your work. You should always work with integrity, but you need to withdraw your emotional investment. Stop looking to this job to validate your worth. Stop looking to your boss to act like a parent. Detach your identity from your role. Show up, do a good job, and then go home. Save your best energy for your passions, your family, and your side hustles. When you detach energetically, you stop feeding the resistance. Step 4, the manifestation of the next step. Instead of focusing on hating the current job, focus 100% of your manifestation energy on the feeling of the new one. You do not need to know the job title yet. Just focus on the feeling. I want a job where I feel expansive. I want a job where I feel respected. I want a job where my creativity flows. Feel that feeling in your body every night before you go to sleep. Conclusion, you are more than your productivity. My beautiful souls, being stuck is uncomfortable. I know it is. But please remember that your worth as a human being is not tied to your job title. It is not tied to your productivity. It is not tied to how fast you are climbing the corporate ladder. You are a divine being having a human experience. Sometimes that experience involves sprinting. Sometimes it involves sitting on a bench and waiting for the bus. Both phases are holy. Both phases are necessary. If you are stuck, it is because you are ready for something better. And the universe is currently rearranging the furniture behind the scenes to make it happen. Your only job right now is to trust, to breathe, to learn the final lessons of this level, and to keep your vibration high enough to see the door when it finally swings open. If you are feeling deeply lost, or if you want to know what your specific astrological chart says about your career path and timing, I am here to help. You can visit my website to book a private reading, and we can look at the map of your soul's purpose together. Your next step reveals itself when you stop fighting the pause, sending you all so much love, so much patience, and the most aligned, purposeful energy. Blessings and bye for now. Sarah Kulkens, TM.